All right, so just have to. Okay, that's better. All right, so this is just so positive, so positive. I guess we'll start at the beginning, right? This Two of Swords here, and what I'm seeing here is, this is the moon in Libra. And that was a couple of readings back, right, that we had that new moon in Libra. And from what I remember, it seems like it was a pretty tough reading. You all have had a few pretty tough readings where you were kind of going through this dark night of the soul. And I feel like this is, you going within, going on that journey, finding that peace, right? Finding that connection with spirit, finding the balance, finding your truth, right? Which has led you here. And I can also see this as, even, I do see a bit of the election just because there is, and of course this goes for everybody, right? This momentum changer, which, yes, there's Aries, but it's just a part of all of it, right? This judgment, this rebirth, this wheel turning, this change in power, right? I definitely see that. And this knowledge that you have that, this is all part of destiny, right? We've got Wheel of Fortune and the Fates here. And knowing through this, right, this plays into it. This time, this passage that you went through was all, building this strength, right? Letting you had the strength that you can get through anything. You can move, and this is with magnificent grace. So, that's that connection with spirit that we see in this I Am Presence card. This awakening. Because with this Judgment card here in the air element, we'll go ahead and talk about this as well, right? This is like the first week, basically. And this feeling of, thinking about the rebirth, right? I also feel like, looking towards the future, having this, knowing that the ships are coming in, this very positive energy. But this is Pluto and this is Jupiter. And we have that Pluto-Jupiter conjunction happening during that first week as well. So that's definitely, and that's bringing you that rebirth, right? That's why Pluto is, it has to do with Scorpio, right? The death and the rebirth. So it's bringing you a present. With this Capricorn energy, right? It's happening in Capricorn too, so that's interesting. But, I do have to say, with it touching this Two of Swords here, I do think, and this, take your solo, but give others their moment too, that there's this sense, a warning not to be too righteous, right? Not to cast judgment on others. We've all been kind of, on both sides, I'm not saying everybody. There are, very few of us really that haven't been kind of brainwashed in some sort of way. I even see it like in other countries, right? They have this, I don't know what it is. It's just, it's strange and unusual, and I'm trying not to be judgmental of it, right? And it's easy for us to. So I feel like that's just kind of, yes, it's like, you're right. But, everybody has their own truth, right? So let them kind of work out, they're on their own path. Let them walk it. Don't cast judgment on them. They're just in a different part. Just as, we're all going to be we've all been a certain age, and hopefully we'll all be a certain age, right? So not to be like ageist, right? We can't be pathist. I don't know if that's a word. I'm making it up. We're all on different parts of our journey. So try not to be judgmental. And not to say that anybody is. I just felt the need to say that. But yeah, just seems to be, looking forward to the future, being able to feel the future. And it plays into over here as well. And, I just feel like there's some kind of gift that's being presented here. Whether this is just pure energy, just feeling, the energy of the time and just the positivity of it, right? This happy with the Queen of Pentacles, right? I feel like she's holding this pinnacle. She's holding this star. This looks very much like a pinnacle. This could, there's just this creation energy that seems to be here. And the Yang is about action. But I don't necessarily, if there's action being taken, I don't feel like it's major. I feel like it's smaller steps, right? Like the active waiting. But who knows, right? Who knows? There is this sense of love coming in. The masculine, the Ace of Cups here. This is my divine masculine here, the supreme love, happy, right? The Hierophant in the water element, which is our emotions. This is a commitment here. This is a new love. I really can't help but feel that way. Yeah, you all had, your wish came true last time, right? Oh, yeah. It's coming back to me now. So, yeah, you're the divine feminine here. Really, feeling that connection and that, of something growing, this abundance, this fertility, really just attracting things to you, because we have 17 breaks down to 8, 26 breaks down to 8. So we've got 3 8s right here in this middle place, plus Jupiter. Abundance is definitely coming in. We've got 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s. We have these actually 3 1s. The 10 breaks down to a 1. We've got these 3 1s right here. 3 1s. All right, there might be 3 blessings coming in, because we've got 3 8s too. Yeah. Things do tend to happen in 3s, right? This is a 3 as well. And yeah, I feel like with the fates being here, and I'm drawn to this, like, it looks like a vine growing with the stars on it, right? And he's got stars all around him, Marvin Gaye here. And the fates, this card is often about things being withheld from you. And, I get this not for you at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like this is just this understanding of why things happened the way they did, why things were withheld from you, right? The strength that built, and that things worked out better than you imagined that they would. And it's like this understanding that you're going to be taking forward as well. So yeah, this second week, I can't help but feel like there's some kind of commitment being made, some kind of, offer of love, right? This is your fire element, which is a very passionate love here. It could also be a creative project, right? We can have numerous things, but it feels like definitely the main part of this is love. And this is commitment to the path. This is that shift, right? And this is that stability in the shift, right? Being able to, you're staying solid regardless of what emotions might be stirring up. Connected with spirit, connected with your emotions, right? This strength card, just being fluid and working through whatever comes your way. You're just feeling solid. And then here in the future, I see, like I said, I see this as, this is the stuff that's producing fruit that you're happy with. And I actually see her kind of looking off into where we can't see, to something that doesn't align in her life anymore. All right? And she's like, you're going to have to go. I just feel like this is planning your future. And yes, aligning things, what aligns, taking stock of your life, what aligns, what doesn't. This is part of the rest of probably this year, for the most part, is going to be, what have I learned? What fits? What doesn't? What do I need to work on? What needs to go? Right? It's been a repeating theme. But yeah, look at this line right here. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant. This is connected with that masculine energy. This is a second chance, right? A rebirth. Things really moving in your direction. And I feel like this is love. This is your path, right? This is like huge. This is applied to even your career, right? That this is which could be as a spiritual teacher of some sort. Yeah. And then this is, this new beginning, this, knowing that ship is coming in, and whether this is just overflowing joy, love, a new love, which, I feel like for most of you is what this is. And you're just, you're just feeling good, and you're just letting it all come to you. You're just, using this beautiful mind, right? Judgment being in the air energy is just, really gorgeous. Yes, touching Libra here, just as it can be a little, self-righteous. But, as long as we're aware that it can go there, right? I don't really get that much. But, this is really, being connected, right? All of this energy is flowing down into her from the heavens. And she's also very grounded. And yeah, just beautiful abundance coming to you. And staying, this staying grounded, staying present, right? Find beauty in the unexpected. And the Wheel of Fortune is the unexpected, right? There are probably some surprises that are coming in with this Wheel of Fortune. And it's like, like I said, I feel like there are 3 blessings coming in for you guys. It's beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and get... I could keep on talking about it, but we'll just we'll just do this. We do have everything, because I was going to say that there wasn't any air, but we have air in the past, and the Wheel of Fortune has all 4 elements represented. So it's super balanced. That's right in the center here. The final mysterious realm, that which scientists, in attempting to explain anomalies in their experiments on the structure of the universe, call dark matter. Another way to see it is that of the seed void, the artery into a different reality, at once nothingness and singularity. Dark matter is the unseen aspects of the cosmos that exist all around us and include a new force of nature, which is a good description of the devas themselves. Whilst encountering this ultimate strangeness may well create extreme fear and make us question all our certainties, it is a great teacher. Indeed, our certainties are often what keep us stuck in sleep mode. We have taken on certainties like armor, part of our different persona. It is only by dismantling these false selves that we can become our true selves, fully realized humans. This deva is not an end, rather it is a beginning. The deva of dark energy is the darkness of the birth canal, offering a passage through to the hidden side of existence, where worlds are seeded and birthed. If we allow ourselves to fall into this dark aorta in total trust, after a while, we will hear the heartbeat of the universe, or perhaps we may sense a new multiverse waiting to be born. And that's, right? This judgment with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. And that's like it said, the false selves and all of that. I don't really feel like that's you all. I feel like that's the energy that's surrounding you, right? That's what's kind of permeating, and why I felt the need to talk about it, right? I feel like this could even come in through here, but I feel like as long as we're aware of it, which you are, obviously, we can, we'll be able to handle it and keeping that positive energy. So 37 is nebula. The deva of nebula consists of clouds of dust, gas, and plasma, an interstellar nursery for new stars and their planets, as well as a container for mature and dying stars. Each particle in this cloud is sentient, an integral part of the intelligence that creates the stars, planets, and all cosmic beings. When the deva of nebula appears, it often signifies a high level of consciousness, the ability to work with others in diversity and harmony to create an entirely new synthesis of ideas, creative forms, or whole systems. The deva of nebula utilizes every dust particle, every star, in its optimum position, the amalgamation of each contributing exponentially to the whole. Ultimately, then, the consciousness formed becomes something far greater than the sum of its parts. The deva applies particularly to the people today who are awakening to another level of reality, where, instead of contracting from fear, as we often do, they live in a constant state of openness. It is a state of joy, of living from the heart, constantly giving out, sharing, and feeling vibrant and alive. It is, in fact, a state of illumination. Yeah. So, that's you. That's what, this is this Hierophant. This is like you helping move people through this energy. And all you have to do is be you. That's beautiful. All right. the void. And here's a little poem. I want you to look at this dark black void. I am the infinite deep, in whom all the worlds appear to rise. Beyond all form, forever still, so am I. The different chapters of the creation story begin with the energies that comprise divinity. The first, and almost impossible for us to imagine, is the void, the zero. Before anything else, the void was, is, and will be. The void is absolute zero, chaos forming all possibilities. The void is inside and outside everything, the vacuum or nothingness between all physical manifestations. This is the 0 point. The void challenges us to empty ourselves, to allow ourselves to experience non-being. In our normal state, we constantly strive and rush, muse and worry, talk and laugh, though how rarely do we talk about anything important. Here in the void, we can let go of thoughts, consciousness, mind itself. In the void, we encounter the simultaneous paradox of non-existence and infinite possibility. All right, so these are talking about how to best move through, and they're sitting under the 7 of Pentacles, this period of time, right? This in between worlds, because this also talks about getting out into nature, right? Out into the fresh air. I'll read it. This one's not very long either. This one's like this one. Floating feather-light on the breeze, the deva of air is essential for life. It offers us freedom, liberation from cares, and the ability to use our amazing minds to think and communicate. When the deva of air appears in a reading, it is a reminder of freedom, to breathe, to laugh. We often become bogged down in stale situations, stuck in our air-conditioned offices, mired in unfulfilling lives. The deva points out that a couple of hours of real air will revive us, blow away the cobwebs, and allow us to think more clearly. Recall the adventure of being a child and the ease of living. Go out, run up a hill, fly a kite, find the long, long dances, and remember how good life can be. So yeah, staying present. This is also that breath work like I was talking about in the beginning, right? And the void often reminds me of Yoga Nidra, which is the kind of meditation like Spirit wants me to do it. If I skip a day, it's like the next day they have cards everywhere saying, go into the void. So if you're interested, look up Yoga Nidra. You might already be practicing, and this is just a reminder. I've started doing that 5 minutes of alternate nostril breathing every day, and it's really helped a lot. And yeah, I feel like these underlying energies are just, this is the shadow. And in that card, it talks about, I want to make sure I'm pretty sure it's the shadow. Yeah. Yeah, it talks about human nature and what, I feel like this is what's around us, but also this compassion, right? This blue, hi, honey. This blue, compassionate love, right? That's permeating here. Having compassion for those who are going through it, right? I feel like this is trying to see different points of view. And yeah, I mean, just knowing that things that aren't working out, at least not, they might just be not for right now, that all of it is leading to something better. There are probably some, this could be karma, this could be soul family, right? This could be just problems within the family, all of this happening. But it's ultimately leading to a better place for all of us, right? This return to harmony. This is justice, right? But also, here we have Artemisia Gentileschi, History has your back. Society stabs you in it. Use your talent like a weapon. Don't let convention confine you.